Okay, so my wife walks in the front door and she goes, "Here, take this, it's heavy." So I took it, and this is, a guy gave me a heads up. He's a subscriber and he's a friend. Louis Martinez. He's from near the Chicago area in Illinois. And he was just going to send me one record, right? Free, Fire and Water. And this, guys, this is what he sent me. So I'm going to get through this. And, you know, here in the vinyl community, we really got a good thing going on. I mean, the giving is as much fun as the getting. And yeah, it's just really cool. So let me go ahead and show you what he sent me. Now, I have had this for a while because I've been busy. I'm about down to one video a week. And been trying to get this one in. So I've actually spun half of these records. And he knows that I like Julie London, and he wrote a nice note. He goes, "Hey, JT, hope you and your family enjoyed your trip." That was to, you know, Bangkok and Japan. He says, the package wasn't sure if you'd be home to receive it, so he sent it after I got back from the trip, and hope you enjoy the enclosed selections and not too many doubles in your collection. The first Julie London has a scratch on side 2, but the rest of the album plays fine. He cleaned every single one of these records. Also, all records have been cleaned with the Nitty Gritty record cleaning machine. Yeah, the Nitty Gritty record cleaning machine. I used to use one about 10 years ago. Pretty darn good. Now, so this is what he's speaking of, Julie London. He knows I like Julie London. My mom was a fan. My mom was in showbiz. And yeah, so Julie London, and this is on Sunset for Julie London. And next he sent me, and I do have one, but this is cleaner than my Squeezing Out Sparks, Graham Parker, and The Rumor. Nice. And Discovering Japan, Local Girls, Nobody Hurts You, You Can't Be Too Strong, Saturday Night is Dead, Don't Get Excited. And I am excited. So Graham Parker, just a great, great artist. And this album, you know, I have, but I can't get enough Rycooter. And I like the cover on this. Now, these are living out west here in Nevada, California, Arizona. These are those paintings on velvet canvas, on stretched velvet, and then you paint on it, and this is the outcome of it. So this is, you really see this a lot in Mexico, California, Arizona, Nevada. And I really like this cover, a portrait of the great, great Rycooter. And my favorite track on here, I bought this cassette in the Caribbean, in the Virgin Islands, in downtown Charlotte Amalie, and the 13 question method is the one to use. That's the one I like from Ry on Get Rhythm, and this should be from 87. It's got to be, because I remember buying this cassette down there, and this is a Vargas cover. This is cool. You know, of course, he did Candy O. Vargas, the artist, that is. So he sent me this, Bernadette Peters. And Bernadette Peters, the great actress. Of course, in Mel Brooks movies as well. And then, this was, you know, come on. This is just so fantastic. I don't have this. This is The Byrds in the Beginning. And, you know, Gene penned with Roger, with Jim McGuinn. You showed me that the Turtles covered and made a wonderful hit. Such a great song. And you have I Knew I'd Want You. So many Gene Clark songs on here. You Movin', Boston. What else? Here Without You. Here Without You on Mr. Tambourine Man is such a deep, spectacular Gene Clark penned song. So The Byrds in the Beginning. Thank you so much. This is a Rhino reissue, and those Rhinos are always really great. And when I saw this, I'm going, what? And then I realized this is Crystal Gale, Miss the Mississippi. And her song, Half the Way, that is just her voice, it's just such a great pop song. I streamed that one, and I just remembered, it just gave me chills. I just remembered what a great pop song that is. So, you know, I'm going to get Crystal Gale, get a greatest hits. Yeah, when I get excited, I start stuttering. But I'm really pleased to have this. And Crystal Gale is a forgotten and great artist. And then I love this album. You know, this artist was on tour with Buddy Holly the night the music died, and this is Dion. This has Abraham, Martin, and John. He does a cover of Purple Haze, and you know, Dolphins is the Freddie Neal song. He covers Everybody's Talkin' by Freddie Neal, and of course Harry Nilsson did that on on one of his early albums. And From Both Sides Now, this is just really good. Good album. And thank you so much, Louis. And I just got to show you, like, this cover is a little rough, but look at this vinyl on an MoFi sleeve. And there's Dion, of Dion and the Belmonts. And I highly recommend for you to listen to Dion's interview, because he's the last living member just about of the tour with Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. When they went down in the plane, he was there. He was almost on the plane. And he just says, nobody asked me about what happened. I'm here. You know, I know all about it. It's really interesting. And this is just a beautiful copy on Liberty. Make Love to Me, Julie London. And thank you, Louis. And this is wonderful. Alex Chilton and from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm going to say. This is the Box Tops. I've never had this. This is on Bell Records. Anything on Bell. They were really the first pop band to come out of Memphis. I mean, there was earlier music, you know, great music, but, you know, a big top 40 pop band. So this is The Letter and Neon Rainbow from about 1966, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It should be 66. I'm just saying that off the top of my head. And then he got me a copy, and I love Lulu, and she's such a great Scottish pop singer. Love this. Thank you, Louis. She's just fantastic. Really like Lulu. And this is To Sir With Love. And she does a cover of Day Tripper on here. And then I'm such a huge fan, and I don't care. You know, back in the early 70s, a lot of these guys did a lot of drugs. And a lot of them, you know, like Stephen Stills, he was a really moody entertainer. I mean, mean. And this guy has a mean reputation too, and that would be Delaney Bramlett, Bonnie and Delaney. And this is Accept No Substitute, the original Delaney and Bonnie. This is cool. I don't have this on vinyl, and I love this band. I mean, they influenced so many. George Harrison, Eric Clapton, and Dave Mason were all in his band because they wanted to sound like that soulful, funky, bluesy, rock, West Coast sound, Tulsa, Oklahoma sound. So this is so cool. You got Jim Keltner, Bobby Whitlock. His YouTube channel is off the hook. Bobby Keys, Jim Price. You've got Leon Russell and Rita Coolidge. Thank you. Thank you. And then, after Graham Parker just went solo, the Rumor went on to record. And thanks for this record. I remember this, and I never bought it. I remember seeing this at my local indie, and I brushed by it every time. I listened to the A-side. I really like this record. This is cool. So this is the Rumor, Frogs, Sprouts, Clogs, and Krauts. Yeah, love it. Now check this out. Felix Pappalardi and the Young Rascals, Good Lovin'. And I used to sing Good Lovin' in my first band. It was such a fun. We all four of us sang on that one, on the Yeah Yeahs. And thank you. This is on Atlantic for the Young Rascals. I've never had this. And I love this artist. And one of my all-time favorite songs by Tom Rush is Child Song. And if you don't know Child Song by Tom Rush, please, please listen to it. It's just wonderful. I get teared up on it. You'll see what I mean. It's a story. He's a folk singer, and he's known for his covers. Definitely, Tom Rush, the great Tom Rush. Rainy Day Man, he covers These Days, the Jackson Browne song. Ron Carter plays bass on this. Red Rhodes, steel guitar. David Bromberg on dobro on driving wheel. Yeah, thank you. And I'm really into country rock, if a lot of you guys know that. And I never had this Poco album. Thanks, Louis, so much. Tim Schmidt, Jimmy Messina, who I met and had dinner with. I was speechless when he walked into the kitchen of the vegetarian restaurant that I worked at while I was going to college at UNLV. But then I sat down and had dinner, and then I just listened to him. He had a lot to say. Really fun time with Jim Messina. You got Rusty Young, you got Richie Furay, and George Grumman. You got, and Tim Schmidt. This is just such a great lineup for Poco. Now, and I am a Dion fan, and he sent me a sealed Dion, and he has, this is produced by Dave Edmonds. Bryan Adams and Lou Reed and Paul Simon perform on this Dion record. So I am going to bust this out. I really am. There's Dion. You know, he's still alive, doing good. Now check this out. Dave Davies, sealed. Are you kidding me? This is just great. Thanks, Louis. He really hooked me up, man. Really. So, he says, I hope you like it. Now, this band, this is also sealed. This is the Brandos. They were out of New York City, and they had one hit I vaguely remembered, and then I streamed it, and then I remembered. It's like Gettysburg. Yeah, Gettysburg. And here's the Brandos. This is cool. Roots rock, we can call it Americana now. Rock, roots rock. Really, really cool. Kind of like Del Fuegos, maybe. The Brandos, Honor Among Thieves. And then, this is a very, very ambitious Gino Vanelli, A Pauper in Paradise album. I want to listen to this whole thing. I mean, he did this at age 22 with a full orchestra, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Gino Vanelli is an interesting artist. Gist of the Gemini is my favorite, and Brother to Brother for Gino Vanelli. And then this was very thoughtful because Frankie Lane worked across the street from my mom. She was at the Hotel Riverside, and Frankie Lane would appear at the Golden Hotel here in Reno, Nevada, in the golden age of entertainment in the 50s, early 50s. And he was just a massively big star. Kind of like, Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake is today, or whatever, I don't know, Beyonce. Yeah, Frankie Lane was huge. Thanks, Louis. And this is really cool. This is, she was a singer for Meatloaf, a backup singer. This is Ellen Foley, Night Out. Right? This is cool. This is a good album. I spun 3 songs, We Belong to the Night, What's the Matter, Baby, and Thunder and Rain, and then I had to go to work. So Ellen Foley, and I'm getting there, and Brewer and Shipley, and I am compiling, as you can see, this is Weeds, Brewer and Shipley. I bought that online, and Down from LA, I think it's titled, the first album I have. I was never into them before, but I am now, so this is a Brewer and Shipley from 1972, and there they are recording, and I really dig this band. Folk Psych, Stevie Miller, Your Saving Grace. I mean, you got Little Girl on this. Motherless Children, Don't Let Nobody Turn You Around, and Your Saving Grace, which is so cool. I love the first 5 Steve Miller albums, and the 6th, The Joker, is not bad either. And then I'm really into Space Age and Les Baxter lately. So he sent Tambu. This is, if you look up what are the best space age albums ever, this is one of them. So this is very cool. Thank you for the Celeste Baxter. That's a good one. And oh, two more. Sam Cooke, Twistin' the Night Away. You send me only 16. For sentimental reasons, Wonderful World, Summertime, Chain Gang, Cupid, Having a Party, and Bring It On Home to Me. Thank you for this. And here it is. Here's the record he said he was going to send me. Free, Fire and Water, Paul Kossoff, Roger, Paul Rogers. See when I get excited? Yeah, that's what happens. Thank you, Louis, so much. And one thing I wanted to say is Sean Spins is such an excellent channel. You guys, you have to check out. Please subscribe. Sub up Sean Spins, S-H-A-U-N Spins. So creative and artful, that's all I'm going to say. Check it out, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.